Hi guys, it's Ugo. Welcome back to another video. Today, let's talk about Powerless, the book that sends booktok to craziness. They forgot the years where books were published, so they don't remember which one comes first. And let me tell you, I don't have high hopes for this one. So, this was also part of my book bestie friend challenge we did. She wanted my opinion because she thought the first book was also not that amazing. And I was like, okay, I haven't read Red Queen, so I don't know anything about it. But I read other books on the same genre, so I was trying to give. So we get this world dystopian, but I'm still on the fence if it's modern world or if it's like selection style or if it's like a medieval world, because it was very conflicted which part of the world it is. And then it comes this so when you say like this is amazing, it's brand new, like we saw those stories many times, like Selection, the romance between the prince and the guard, and she's very torn between two of them, and the rebels. I still remember on Selection. I remember of the Hunger Games. You know, the disease and everything about it that we talk about, that people have, and because in this world there is like everyone has magic, it could be several levels, and they're like the elites without magic are very useful, and people who are born without magic, they must be killed because otherwise you're gonna be a disease that doesn't exist because there is nothing to compare about that. And her main character's father died, and he was a healer. He was killed by the king, so she has this grudge, and she's putting on this tournament because she saves the prince. It's like there are two princes, one who's gonna be king, and the love main interest is like the punishment, and it's gonna be and I'm gonna be killing everyone. You know, she saves them from a silencer, who is someone who has the ability to silence the abilities of others. And she starts going to the trials and starts getting partnerships with the prince and starts to connecting with both princes, and there is the attack of the rebels. And then during the trials, she starts up with the rebels because her father was the founder of the rebels, and you know, things happen, boom boom boom, and then the prince says, I'm gonna kill you if I found you, and she runs away. Basic dystopian story about love, and he eventually will stay with her. Probably it's the end, like it's a romantasy. Now, if it's everything booktok talks about, if it's amazing and love and so innovative, it's not. Like I said, the romance between the prince and her and the other prince, if you change one of prince to the guards, it's Selection. She's pretty and she's quirky, and the prince falls in love with her, and there is the guard, it's the same. And if you add the twist of the rebels, because monarchy, Selection. Deadly trials, magic, and she's non-magical at this time, but she's very good fighter and she survives all of this. Hunger Games and any other dystopians. So, if it brought anything new to the table? No. I couldn't find anything that was new, that was like interesting. Even the trials that it was the part that I almost wanted, they were very short, and they were like interesting, because, for example, one of the things I didn't enjoy on Serpent Knight thing, I put here the cover so you see what I'm talking about, was that I wanted more of the trials, and when was the trials were actually interesting. This one was like, they are not that thing. You know, I couldn't. I read it, it's a solid 3 stars. It's not like horribly done, but it's not like great or wonderful as people claim. Like, I was a little bit bored sometimes. Like, the relationships were very expected from the type of book it is, and you know, I don't think it brings anything to the table. You get like characters that you actually hate, but it's easier to hate someone who is like entitled and thinks the best than others. So it's just that type of characters that like you are made to hate, but it's nothing like that you would create a hatred because towards the end. So I don't know, I felt like when I was reading, I was remembering other books, other movies that I saw of the same genres, and I'm like, it doesn't bring nothing new to the story. I don't get why people are so obsessed with this. It's like, it's because of him? Like, you get tall, muscular, black hair guys all the time now. It's nothing new at this point. Like, it's her being the quirky, non-powerful, we get that all the time. It's nothing new. It's like, it's because it's two princes. It must be stories about two princes anywhere. Or if not two princes, like Selection. The prince and the guard, like the old love and the new love. I don't know, I felt like I don't get it. I don't get it why people think this is super popular. I don't get why people are so obsessed with this. I don't get why it gets Funko Pops. They're gonna do Funko Pops of this. I'm like, there are the series that are very much popular than this and didn't get Funko Pops. Why this one? Like, I don't get it. I couldn't get in. I was like, okay, yeah, okay. And just a side note, for those, and I will call you the right word, idiots, who think this is Red Queen plagiarized this. Start making math and learn a little bit your numbers, because 2020s are after the 2010s, okay? And publishing orders are important. So something that was in the past cannot plagiarize something was published in the future, okay? Good, we understood each other. Yeah, overall, I don't have much more to say. I actually don't remember a lot of the book right now. I remember other books that I've read from that competition. This one I like kind of erased sometimes. I was like thinking of, I was confusing the trials, but I was like, no, it's that trial, because I remember there were like these persons who can record things in your mind and then project weird abilities. So yeah, I hope you give it a try if you want. Definitely not the book I will continue. Thank God I don't have more series to add, but I don't get the hype. Like, I get the hype around other books and I could understand what they bring. Like, for example, I get Akotar with the Fade introduction, who was like the beginning of that genre type more frequently, but this one I'm like, doesn't bring anything new to the table, so I don't get it. But well, this was my short review. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you like it. Tell me if you love the book. Why do you love it? Why is it so different from the others? I want to understand a little bit more of perspective. I publish videos at least once a week. I have shorts publishing sometimes over the week if you want to check reviews, recommendations, challenges that are fun to watch. And also I have reading sprints on Fridays or Saturdays, so please join me on that. And I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? Bye.